Hello, viewers. You're welcome to the Beton Show. Always excited to bring to you amazing guests who are doing awesome stuff in their various destinations. My guest today is a young, vibrant guy from Ghana, where he lives in Finland. Because you can see I'm with him. We're not doing the normal virtual show, and the focus for our show today is going to be on circular economy and risk management synergies in disruptive environment. And what we are going to be looking about on on today's show is the aspect of like how companies neglect certain like certain aspect of, of the environment that end up impact their companies in terms of either the market, the operation, the business aspect, and also the legal aspect of the company. And this is not only about business; it's more also on how we can make our environment a safe place, how we can make you know yeah, like ourselves a safe place, a world a safe place.
Yeah.
And Bernard Kusi has a master's degree in risk management and circular economy, and I think he's the right person to have this conversation with us about this different aspect of risk management of circular economy, in relation to risk synergies, the risk synergies that are involved in this aspect, or in this that are involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So you are welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to be in the Beton Show.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
From the way you're smiling, you are doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, life is good. You know, yeah.
So before we even dive into this, we dive into our topic for today, I wish we talk a little bit about you. You know, I think my viewers who want to know more about Bernard Kusi, apart from the fact that you have a master's degree in, risk management and circular economy, what more do you think my viewers should know about you? Or what do you think Bernard Kusi is?
Actually, before I will introduce myself, I will make some correction. I'm yet to graduate,
Okay, you are yet to graduate.
graduate, and
Okay,
get my master's
a
degree.
master's degree.
So I am in the process of writing my thesis. So I'm not yet
Okay,
holding the degree in secular, but I am in process.
in process.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many months time?
Um, my plan by the end of December, I should be graduating.
Okay. But despite the fact that you are yet to graduate, you are already doing stuff.
So
This is something that you are passionate about. I see you share stuff on your LinkedIn. You having in communication with different organizations that I'm going to mention here today as well. But overall, what can you say who you are?
my name is Bernard Kusi. As you earlier said, I am a Ghanaian based in Finland. I came here 2008 to pursue certificate program in international business. After that, I decided to pursue another program in customer service and sales at Helsinki Business College. All along, I've been dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur. So when I got chance to study international business, after then, I need also to familiarize myself in the sales aspect of the business.
Okay.
How do we make sales, serve customers, and other stuff. So from there, I also went to Laria University of Applied Sciences to continue my bachelor degree in risk management. That's bachelor in security management
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah.
Actually, my background from Ghana, I'm an accountancy student. So I
So you are the
am,
guys dealing with money.
yeah. So when I came to Finland, I changed the profession to a different field. More or less, it's all about the business.
Okay.
So I'm a versatile in accounting field, in the sales, and international business. I'm already there.
Okay, so if someone have you in their company, they don't need to hire more people.
I am an asset. I would say I am an asset.
Yeah, I
So
said,
yeah,
yeah, I love that.
having business oriented in your organization with background in accounting, in finance, and also having sales background and international is quite an asset that have a long way to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, and I believe you divert, okay, or you switch to I shouldn't say divert, you switch to secular economy and working on the things many businesses or companies neglect, you know, in like either they are all businesses that have been here for a long time, who don't want to change their mindset, or either the new businesses that are coming that still don't want to be in line with the industrial revolution. They are working on doing things based on their, like, what the thing is good for, not what the thing is good for the entire community or the world. They don't want to collaborate. They don't want to be, so you are here, not to manage. Because back then you were managing money, but now you want to manage people. You learn how to manage people.
Yeah, more or less managing uh, is like people and the nature, because we have a society, we have economic aspect, and we have the environment. So we cannot separate one from the other.
Okay.
So without environment, society cannot function well.
Okay.
And economy also comes from the society and the environment. Without the society and environment, there wouldn't be any economy.
Okay.
So economic aspect, when the society is in a good stand and the environment is in a good stand, then we can have a sustainable economy.
Yeah, you are right. This topic made me to learn a lot. Trust me, when you gave me this topic, or when I realized we were going to talk about this topic, I did some research, and that things I came to, find out that I believe many people don't understand the aspect of the fact that once the environment is not stable, your business can never be stable.
Yeah.
People might fall sick. Your business you might even go bankrupt because you neglect some environmental issues. And this reminds me also, because I don't know if I told you, I have a background in environmental studies as
Yeah.
well. I remember when I did my thesis in littering, the effect of littering on tourism. I did that thesis in Cameroon, and I realized many people didn't even understand what littering is all about. Right, you don't understand what this is all about. And I went to one beach in Cameroon, Limbe, and I saw how dirty it is. People just, litter around, and they don't even understand the effect of what they do. Just imagine what that could do to biodiversity. That could do to the, sea animals all the way. So I think this is also an aspect of circular economy.
Yeah.
Right. Now, can you, maybe viewers who are watching right now, who want to, like, what's circular economy? What will you see the circular economy?
I will start by explaining what linear economy,
Okay.
because we what we are familiar is the linear economy, whereby we take raw material from the nature, process it into a product, and then consumer will come and buy the product, use it. After they use it, then the person dump it,
Dump it. Okay.
and it become waste.
Okay.
And one thing in linear economy is not focusing on uh, regenerative aspect of the environment.
Okay.
It's not. It's like it doesn't care about what happened after they have taken the resources from the environment.
The environment. Okay.
They only concern about the money aspect. They don't concern about the adverse effect of the environment and what it will also impact on the society. So it's like you take, you make, and dispose.
Yeah.
So that aspect has led us to environmental degradation and negative consequences of environment and the society. Circular economy, in other words, is the opposite.
Okay.
Circular economy, the concept is like when we take the product from the environment, the product should, resources from the environment, will manufacture the product, and with the intention of designing a product to be sustainable, to be durable, so that it will, the product will last longer. And we decouple the growth of the economy from the utilization of
Okay.
resources.
Okay.
So, in other words, circular economy tackle the economy aspect, it tackle the environmental aspect, and it tackle the society aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's regenerative by intention. We intentionally design so that at the end of the day, what become waste become what is in the waste in the conventional linear model
Okay.
is resources. We call it value. It has a value in the circular economy because in the circular economy, we look at the nature. If you look at the nature, we don't have waste in the nature. So in a circular economy, the same way we expect that in a circular economy, we shouldn't have a waste in the nature because we shouldn't have a waste in the system because waste is a food.
Yeah.
To another production. It's an input. So that's what circular economy is all about. It's more or less designing in a way that the product can be used and be used and be used. And one of the focus is not like owning a customer or a consumer owning the product, but having an access to use the product so that many people can also use the product. We optimize the usage of the product.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, what you're saying, I think, is really cool in a sense that as an environmentalist, also, I see many companies trying to innovate. They're trying to, um, do things differently in terms of packaging, in terms of the design, both the decor, everything. They are trying to do it to reflect the environment and to make it more sustainable, so that it don't affect nature. And like when I went through the studies, I realized that most of the times employees get sick because of the toxic environment they find themselves in. And at times, some companies they don't even care, just they don't care the kind of environment the employees work in. Just want the money, as you mentioned. They don't care about the process and everything. And if say you want sustainable for nature, for humans, and everything. Now, looking at this, what do you think are some of the reasons why these companies who embark on this linear economy, why do you think they cannot change? They don't want to transform or be innovative?
I would say linear economy, the production, it's a cheap way of producing. Companies don't want to incur cost,
Yeah.
and it's a cheap way of producing because at the end of the day, they don't care about the environment. They don't care about the cost. The cost is being transferred to the user. For instance, you buy the product, you go and use it. After usage, you dump it. It becomes waste.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to dispose the product.
Dispose the product, yeah.
So the company rather shift the responsibility regarding the waste to the user. So in that case, they wouldn't have motivation because it's a cheap way of producing something. But now there is a threat
Yeah.
looking at uh, increasing demand of resources. Now society and businesses are increasingly becoming aware of the scarce of the resources, and it comes as a result of so many factors. If you look at the global climate change, for instance,
Yeah.
it has negative impact on the biodiversity.
Yeah.
And we have also population growth. Now, from now to 2050, there's going to be a number of an increase in number of population, which will also increase consumption.
Yeah, of course.
In that case, now we have resources are being scarce. Oh, at first, we thought the resources are unlimited. Now we see that the resources are not unlimited, they are rather limited.
Okay.
So if we don't change our way of doing
Consume.
business
Yeah, business.
and our way of consuming the resources, uh, looking at the population growth, people are going to move from uh, lower income to middle income. They are going to be able to consume, so they have the purchasing capacity to buy. How many can you produce to meet that demand?
Yeah.
Resources are not there, so it becomes also a threat.
Yeah.
Though it's a cheap for you to produce, but in the future, it's coming as a threat to you, because first there's going to be a scarcity of resources. When we look at the market aspect, because of the scarcity of resources, there will be volatile prices.
Yeah.
So, and then the resources gonna be also volatile, and then because of that, the prices of product will be high.
Yeah.
So it will increase production cost,
Yeah.
which also is risky.
Mm-hmm.
If your production cost is higher, then the profit margin
Yeah, it wouldn't be, it
wouldn't
wouldn't be
be.
significant. Yeah.
Apart from that, there's going to be a legal aspect, because they're going to be an introduction of laws that will govern how you operate in the environment.
No.
So if you fail to
Comply.
comply, you are going to be fined.
Yeah.
So those companies that are relying on the linear economy logic, there's a threat ahead of them. Because if you look at World Economy reports on risk from this time to 10 years ahead, they've identified some risk that are going to happen in 10 years, top 10 risk. And which is environment is one aspect, biodiversity, climate change, they are all inclusive.
Yeah.
So if you look at this kind of threat, then relying on linear model logic,
Yeah.
the sustainability of your business is at stake.
Wow. Yeah. I think you should be a member of board, like every board meeting every board meeting of companies in in Finland, Ghana, maybe Cameroon. Like, I think companies need to hear this, or businesses need to hear this, especially the of course I know they have the companies that have department when it comes to like risk management department, or department like that try to manage the business in terms of this aspect that what we're talking about. But now, when you look at you mentioned it's costly, and now I want to refer back, because I can give examples only from where I've seen, like I can compare from how Africa and Finland that we find ourselves. So I see Finland is trying to protect more their environment. They try to work towards a green economy, like everything green, and for energy, like everything green. And but looking at Africa, where I come from, the rate at which the linear economy is being linear economy is being practiced is not really sustainable. The rate at which resources are consumed, the way it's being managed. I think if say it continue like that, the risks of destroying the humans in it, and also causing the like low income in most of those areas who might face difficult, like as you mentioned, when things become so difficult, it affects price, affects everything. So, what do you think are some like ways that Africa can practice secular economy to it? Might not, I mean, of course, they cannot be like on top of the game, but how can they start to look at these things as serious?
When you look at, let me take Ghana for instance. The circular economy practices
Yeah,
has been in Ghana for a long period. For instance, those used cars that are not useful here, when they go to Africa or Ghana, they are useful.
yeah,
They repair them.
yeah,
So it extends the lifespan of the car.
yeah,
Used clothes that have been dumped here in Western environment, they also they are being sent to Africa
yeah.
or Ghana, and they are going to, people are buying them and use them. So in other words, their lifespan has been extended.
Expanded.
When you look at our farming system, we used to practice regenerative system of agriculture,
Yeah,
whereby we use some waste, food waste,
yeah.
to generate manure and mushroom
Manure,
and
yeah,
other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So we also have some kind of uh, tailor-made. When my attire is torn,
Done
I take it
to
to
tailor and
tailor,
patch it.
and it's also a circular economy.
Yeah.
But the problem is we have not intentionally designed
Okay.
our economy, because we need to design that from this product, what comes out of this product, it goes here.
Yours, yeah.
It, so that we will have a system, because circular economy cannot operate in a silo basis.
Yeah.
We need to design a system so that the production processes, and where from this stage it goes here, so that it will be a circular, so that a product can be moved, circulate in the system. Because we don't have that kind of system. It's not designed.
Yeah.
So when you talk of Africa or Ghana, we already have circular economy practices in place, but it's a matter of designing the system so
Yeah.
that we will have system in place, so that we will move on. But now, what we need to do is education, because though people are familiar with the circular economy
Yeah.
practices, but they don't know that it is called circular
Circular
economy.
economy. Yeah.
So first, we need education for people to sensitize people that the way we do things are not sustainable.
Yeah.
For instance, if you look at how we exploit our resources,
Sources.
resources are being exploited, but they are not being used in Ghana.
Yeah.
They are being exported to Western world.
Yeah.
So when I will say the Western world is more or less having negative impact on Africa.
Africa. Yeah.
If they change their way of production,
Yeah.
their way of consumption, I think it will have positive impact on Africa. And we also need regulations so that things will function well in Africa. So, we need it. We need to design our system
Yeah.
so that it will function well as we.
I believe this education is something that I don't know if she is being taught at school. I don't think so. I don't think like maybe recently, but when I was a student back there in my country, I don't think there was any you know institution that taught on that have courses on circular economy.
Yeah, circular economy is a new economic model.
Yeah.
Even in Finland, they are yet to integrate it into second cycle throughout to university level. We have basic schools that are practicing circular economy. You go, you take kids,
Kids need to understand
they
this.
they are they
Like
are, yes, they it's a basic.
yeah.
From basic level, they are integrating circular economy. And even I learned Tampere is also trying to, from next year, or they have that kind of plan to integrate circular economy aspect into all the
Yeah.
disciplines. So
And these days, kids even know where to dump what trash and all that. No more than us. Like,
yeah,
not the
that's
dog,
it. So those are all kind of circular economic practices.
Yeah.
We don't have to mix everything. We design so that here this product goes here, this one goes here. So that at the end of the day, when we are processing it, it wouldn't be difficult for us to
Okay.
do it. Yeah.
Now we are we talking about the circular economy stuff, the linear economy. Now let's look at the business side of it. How can someone in Africa or someone in Finland? Well, I like to comment on Africa because I think there are more opportunities in Africa, when it comes to this aspect of circular economy, and also like we're working on some solutions to, help businesses or individuals who want to get into business. Now, what are some areas back then in Africa that you think people can create business, in the, like that you think if say because of, like what are some solutions that can be applied, I mean, let's say in the energy sector, you know, what do you have in mind?
In the energy sector, we have solar. Is very very solar is available in Africa
Yeah.
as a whole, because uh, solar is renewable. It doesn't have any limitation or any other things. Unlike Europe, where Finland, for instance, we have only 3 months. But even Finland nowadays, solar is progressing in Finland. So when we talk of energy, I think in Africa we should take advantage of from the solar aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's an abundant 24/7.
So if someone in Africa want to do business, like how do they go about it?
It depends. It
Because
depends.
I think there are people who can afford solar energy in not Cameroon, like Africa. Like I don't talk about Cameroon. In Africa, they can afford this solar energy. Now, my problem is, um, if say someone want to get into a solar energy business, how do you go? Do you have any idea how to go about
I think collaboration is the key here. We have companies that are functioning well in solar business,
it? Yeah.
either in Europe or in other part of the world. So collaboration is important because it helps you to tap into a new market. Because, for instance, if I have the capital to go into solar business, but I don't have the technical know-how. But there are some companies who are doing well.
How do you, yeah.
So how can we collaborate? Because if you fail to collaborate, you cannot go far.
Yeah.
If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you collaborate.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome. And also, what about let's say, for example, there are businesses in Africa as well who um, like they want to get into operation, or some are already in existence, or they have established their business or their businesses already, but they don't understand this aspect of circular economy. How can someone create a business out of it, like you know, or maybe like getting this to know more about this education to can they become like a consultant or something like I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about circular economy and you want to, because now, if you stay in a linear model logic,
Yeah,
there is a threat. And the risk in the circular economy, uh, the old traditional way of managing risk
yeah,
cannot work in a circular economy system. Because if you look at the traditional way of managing risk, the external factors are not normally being internalized.
yeah.
They always consider the internal aspect. But now the threats are coming from outside. So companies need to also internalize the externalities so that they take into consideration the environment and society and other aspects and factor it into their strategic decision.
Okay,
And again, uh, traditional way of managing risk, there's risk management is not being considered as a strategic.
yeah, okay,
But if you look at circular economy, risk management is a strategic
okay.
because if you manage if your company is resilient, it also gives you a competitive advantage.
Communication, yeah.
In case of any shock, you can still withstand.
Withstanding, yeah.
So if you base your risk management logic on the linear thinking, then you cannot survive in a circular economy.
Wow.
For instance, a system that is focusing on redundancy will create a waste.
Waste, yeah.
And if a system is also concentrating on efficiency, it's also vulnerable. Because, for instance, if you practice lean thinking, you don't create, there is no room for
Innovation,
redundancy,
yeah.
there is no room for waste. So, whatever is adding value to the customer is where we focus.
Yeah.
In that case, if there's no redundancy, in case of a shock, then supply chain will be affected. And when the supply chain is affected, how do you produce?
Yeah.
So if you practice efficiency system, it's a vulnerable. If you focus on, if you focus on redundancy, it's also creating waste.
Yeah.
So you need to integrate circular economy principles to balance by connecting with other stakeholders, partners, collaborate so that you are when you need the resources, you can get it from other. Even if there is a shock, you can get the resources within your community. For instance, if you have industrial symbiosis, whereby I have my production waste become an input resources for you. Your production so it's like we all serve each other within our community. Even in case of a shock, we can still be in operation.
Yeah. Wow, wow. Guys, if say you're joining us with Bernard Kusi, he's a Ghanaian living in Finland. He's a master's degree student. He's studying risk management and circular economy. And what we have been communicating here, or our focus, our discussion here today, have been focused on circular economy, risk management, and synergies, and how companies can combine or collaborate or do things in a way that will be sustainable, not only like at present moment, but also in the future. And from what I've learned also from Bernard here today is the fact that we have been practicing circular economy in different ways, especially in Africa, without even knowing that this is circular economy. The way we we use things, the way we manage things. We have been like involved in it, but now what we are lacking is a system that to guide us on how to scale, on how to to do things like, let me say, the right way.
Yeah,
You
we,
know,
we, we need to have a system in place
yeah,
so that we design the system that will facilitate the circular economy.
economy, yeah,
Because with our system, circular economy cannot work. For instance, when we take industrial symbiosis, for instance, it works perfect in a system. So with our system, industrial symbiosis cannot work.
yeah,
And one thing is companies that want to transit into a circular economy. You cannot uh, take one aspect of your product and innovate, and it will fit in a circular economy.
yeah,
You need to look at the system. You look at the product that you are designing. You design your product in a way that it will fit in a circular economy. Design for longevity, design for the assembly, and design for repair and refurbishment. But product alone don't create value.
yeah.
You need a model. You need
Wow, that's a strong
yeah.
word.
You
Products alone don't create value, and it's
no,
true. Yeah,
because if I have a product or an innovation, it's a product, but how will it get to the customer? How will it meet the customer need? So we also need to look at the business model. How will that product fit in the business model? If you, for instance, you may have a product that is green product, but if you run the green product on a circular and linear business model logic, then you are going to miss a value
wow,
you want to create. For instance, you can take a product into a market with two distinctive models. At the end of the day, you have different results.
there is a, yeah,
The same product, but this two distinctive
mm,
model, you have different results
yeah,
because of the model that you
yeah,
use. Because now you need to also look at what suits the product.
yeah.
Because uh, we cannot take product and use any business
Any
model.
business model, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I think we are almost like we're out of time anyway, but I will want you to tell us, like, right now you have an ongoing studies. So what next? What happened after you graduate?
Yeah, I have a plan to go into social entrepreneurship, where my target is the entrepreneurs, the upcoming entrepreneurs. The reason being that you may have, as I said, you may have a product or an innovation, but
Yeah,
how will that innovation fit into a circular economy? You may have a nice, for instance, if you look at solar, for instance, solar is green,
yeah.
but if you run solar on a linear model way, you are not
Yeah, it will be
you are
it will
not
be
helping.
sustainable, yeah.
You are rather creating another problem,
Problems, yeah.
because the component that you use to build this solar panel, they are all the finite product.
Yeah.
They are not in abundance, they are scarce, and we need to protect the environment. So the same way you may come out with the finest innovation, you need a model that will facilitate that
Yeah.
innovation. So my target is to provide that service to upcoming entrepreneurs to free of charge.
How would it be free of charge?
No, that is a social entrepreneur.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So
Free of charge. I understand
yeah,
the aspect. I didn't understand it was based on social entrepreneurship.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm doing this, because not as I'm an entrepreneur and I know starting a business, financing is difficult. Not everybody will get capital to.
So you want to work on like based on funding purpose, like on funding. Because
Yes,
social entrepreneurship is more funding.
funding purpose.
Yeah.
But I will also offer service to companies that are operating and need my service, so that I will use that one to scale the
And
business.
and with even this, you still need you talk of model. You need a model also that you can have it be a social entrepreneur that you're solving problems for companies, and they are the ones who fund your company, who fund the business as well. Well, I don't know how to go about it, but I believe, guys, Bernard here is one of those people that you can reach out to at one point in time if you want to start a business. You guys can talk on risk management, circular economy, how to do things in a more sustainable way. I think right now, I think we had a conversation. You are in communication with some companies who want to, hire your services to Ghana. You want to talk a little bit about that, or that's still below
Yeah, it's still under
underground? Okay,
underground. We are working
working
on
on
it,
it.
so
Yeah,
it's not yet conclusive.
yeah.
So yeah.
Guys, the idea here is that Bernard has this knowledge, this vast knowledge in these areas, and I brought him here today to share this knowledge with you guys because I do know most of you want to become entrepreneurs, you want to do business. As like me, also, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm into business, and I think his mindset is he describes himself as an asset. So this asset that you see here, is going to be valuable to me in the future, and I think we are going to do a lot of stuff in Ghana. I plan to go to Ghana with this guy. And having someone like this, as a partner or collaborating with someone like this is a plus to your business. And you mentioned something here, something about collaboration. You say don't learn how to collaborate in anything you do, you might end up not having anything, to show or anything sustainable. You say you have just the old mindset of I want to do this alone, I want to do it my way, I want to do this that. It might not be really sustainable, in a way that you can scale, you can go big, or you can,
You can't do it
you
alone.
can do it alone.
The problem that we have in the world now, one person cannot solve. And if you decide to own, I want to. Sometimes one thing that prevent companies to collaborate is like they trying to they have some kind of secrecy that they don't want to share. No,
Okay.
it's a logic. If I have a research that I've spent a lot
A lot of
in it,
money.
it sharing it with different, it's kind of different. But now the environment, the economy that we are moving in, one idea cannot work. You may have finest idea, but somebody may have finest.
Yeah.
So we need
Someone
collaboration.
can
We
use
need,
your idea to can innovate your idea.
yeah. But you may have idea. For
Yeah.
me, don't fear to collaborate. You may have somebody can copy your idea, but when it comes to delivering the service, it's also one thing.
That's why we have similar product with different services.
Does it? So for me, I don't care if you steal my idea, because what I imagine, how I have imagined in my mind how to deliver the service, you will not do it the same way. So at the end of the day, it's my service that is
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
create value for me.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. Is services that are good value. And those of you who are watching right now and those of you who are going to watch afterward, I want you to know that this platform is not um, only about me or Bernard. It's also about anyone out there in the network. So make sure you share this content with someone out there. You cannot know who is in your network that might benefit from content like this. I remember I connect with people I've connected with people that I went to their walls or to their like check the content, and I discovered new things that they have shared. I discovered stuff, and most of those things that I found on their walls, it impacted me, and it helped me so much to like in my development. So I know the power of sharing. I know what it means to share. That's why I'm encouraging you guys to share. You might never know, or like just the fact that you share something can give you a job somewhere. Someone can be going through your stuff and like, wow, he shared this thing about this. It means it might be someone whose mindset is like this. So just by you sharing the right content always can impact not only you but those who didn't know. So thank you so much for coming in, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You are an asset that I cannot afford to lose. So hopefully the viewers here are going to be an asset, somehow in the future by listening to us or following this conversation. And guys, don't forget to subscribe as well. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching on LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn at Debeton. Also, you can follow Bernard on LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn, type Bernard Kusi. You're gonna get him. Let me just bring his LinkedIn here and put it here, so you can follow him on LinkedIn. This is a link on LinkedIn. Um, Follow him on LinkedIn, and you see you want to ask more questions. You can pose it to him. You see you want to have a one-on-one talk with him as well. You can book an appointment with him. He's a cool guy, he's a nice guy, he's open-minded, and he's open-minded. So until then, I wish you all a wonderful stay. Bye bye to everyone.